Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're ranking all the songs from the Wicked musical based on how unforgettable, story-driven, and downright spellbinding they are. We would have loved to give The Wicked Witch of the East the attention it deserves, but sadly, no official recording of it has been made available yet. If you haven't seen the show or heard the soundtrack, brace yourself for spoilers ahead. Number 18. A Sentimental Man.
I am a sentimental man who always longed to be a father.
This short, understated song comes right before the big Act 1 finale. Elphaba has just met the wizard, who's charming her by explaining why he's not the fearsome leader everyone thinks he is.
That's why I do the best I can to treat each citizen of Oz as son or daughter.
He even talks about wanting to be a father, which is ironic since, in a reprise not featured on the soundtrack, he learns he messed up that chance big time. Though the wizard ends up being far from a father figure to Elphaba, she follows his advice, in her own way.
So Elphaba, I'd like to raise you high, 'cause I think everyone deserves the chance to fly.
This song starts to pull back the curtain on the wizard, showing that his so-called desire to help others is really about feeding his own need to be thought of as wonderful.
And helping you with your ascent allows me to feel so parental.
Number 17. Dear Old Shiz. As you probably know, much of the show takes form as a flashback.
Well, it depends on what you mean by friend. I did know her. That is, our paths did cross at school.
Glinda recalls her relationship with Elphaba, while the Ozians celebrate what they believe is the Wicked Witch's demise. If this were a film or TV show, this would be the moment the screen goes wavy as we take a trip down memory lane. We're taken back to Galinda, or Galinda's, first day at Shiz University, where she and Elphaba first meet. Their fellow students set the scene, performing the song a cappella like a school choral choir.
When gray and sere our hair hath turned, we shall still revere the lessons learned.
Past Galinda joins in later, bringing the spotlight back to her. Elphaba is also on stage at this point, but her entrance is much more low-key. Number 16. March of the Witch Hunters. Though most Ozians don't actually know Elphaba, the wizard and Madame Morrible have spread so much propaganda that everyone believes she must be as wicked as they say. Even the people who knew her and who she had saved are blinded by all the alarmist narratives. Bach joins in this literal witch hunt, completely unaware that he wouldn't even be alive without her.
It's due to her I'm made of tin, her spell made this occur. So for once I'm glad I'm heartless, I'll be heartless killing her.
This song really highlights how dangerous mob mentalities and the spread of false information can be. Sung to a marching tune, it's terrifying to see how quickly people can turn against someone, turning them into scapegoats rather than fellow human beings. It's definitely one of the darkest moments in the whole show. Number 15. Something Bad. This song acts as a warning for Elphaba and the audience.
I've heard of an ox, a professor from Quarks, no longer permitted to teach, who has lost all powers of speech.
It's mainly sung by Dr. Dillamond, a goat who teaches history at Shiz. He's alarmed to see other animals, once valued members of society, losing their human-like abilities. Composer Stephen Schwartz explained that this song sets up a bigger narrative that will unfold later.
Only rumors, but still enough to give pause to anyone with pause. Something bad is happening in Oz.
He apparently noticed parallels between how animals are treated in Gregory Maguire's novel and the persecution of Jewish people in Europe during the rise of the Nazi Party. Soon enough, Dr. Dillerman starts to show signs of the very thing he fears.
Under the surface, behind the scenes, something bad. Sorry, bad.
Elphaba sympathizes with him, but struggles to understand how such horrors could happen so close to home.
It couldn't happen here in us.
Number 14. Finale. The finale brings us full circle, but now the lyrics feel much more layered since we know the whole story.
One mourns the wicked. Now at last she's dead and gone. Now at last there's joy throughout the land.
While the townspeople keep celebrating, Glinda reflects on who she's become and how her friendship with Elphaba shaped her. This number has a final twist that we won't spoil here. As the townsfolk cheer, Glinda and Elphaba start to reprise for good, knowing they probably won't see each other again.
Who can say if I've been changed for the betterment? Because I knew you.
But unlike before, they never quite make it to the titular line because they keep getting interrupted by the festive shouts around them. It's striking that the last word of the show is wicked, reminding us of the frightening power of scaremongering. Number 13. Wonderful. One of the greatest things about Schwartz's music is that every song feels fresh, and that's no accident.
They call me wonderful, so I am wonderful. In fact, it's so much who I am, it's part of my name.
Since Wicked is set in a magical world, he wanted most songs to feel almost unfamiliar to the audience, except this one. The wizard's not actually from Oz, so Schwartz gave him this, quote, deliberate pastiche, like a nod to his American roots.
Feels wonderful, they think I'm wonderful. Hey, look who's wonderful, this corn-fed hick.
A bit like A Sentimental Man, this song is basically the wizard humble bragging, but the longer he goes, the less humble he gets. What's genius here is how it flips the focus onto why people idolize others in the first place.
Is one a crusader or ruthless invader? It's all in which label is able to persist.
He almost wins Elphaba over. She might be green, but she's not that green. Number 12. No One Mourns the Wicked reprise, thank goodness. As Act 2 begins, we see how the wizard has turned the public against Elphaba to protect his image.
Like some terrible green lizard, throughout the land she flies.
Defaming our poor wizard
With our calumnies and lies.
Meanwhile, Glinda has now stepped into her role as Glinda the Good. She tries to shift attention to her and Fiero's engagement, while Madame Morrible keeps fanning the townsfolk's fears. Glinda starts questioning if her dream life is really worth the price she's paid.
Cause getting your dreams, it's strange, but it seems a little, well, complicated.
Deep down, she knows it's come at a huge cost, but she can't let her adoring public see that. The song brilliantly contrasts Glinda's joyful mask with her true feelings, ending on a note so raw you can't tell if she's trying to convince herself she's happy or releasing a primal scream. Number 11. Overture. No One Mourns the Wicked. Now this is how you start a show.
The first notes of the show with the orchestra go like.
It's an enormous show.
Schwartz said the melody, concept, and an early version of the lyrics came to him while reading the novel. The song lays the groundwork and offers some backstory for this tale. Some fans may have noticed that later on, it's predicted that Elphaba will inspire Ozians to celebrate, but we doubt this is what she had in mind.
The wickedest witch there ever was, the enemy of all of us, shivering on his
This song also introduces the show's key themes, like what defines someone as good or wicked, and how some, quote, universally agreed upon truths might just be wrong.
The good man scorns the wicked.
Through their lives our children learn what we miss when we misbehave.
Sadly, this message gets lost on the townsfolk, who are set on seeing Elphaba as the villain. Schwartz's powerful score almost drowns out Glinda's voice of reason. Number 10, One Short Day.
Come with me to the Emerald City.
Little did they know this spontaneous invite would lead to some life-changing events, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. As the song begins, we see two friends living their best lives. Glinda's excited by the fashion and grandeur, while Elphaba is awestruck by the culture and history.
There are buildings tall as clocks with trees, dress salons, libraries, houses, museums, 100 strong. There are wonders like I've never seen. It's all grand, it's all green.
As they explore the city, they start picturing how they'll leave their mark on it someday, even suggesting that before the day's over, everyone will know who they are. And indeed they will.
One short day, and we're warring the city. Now that we're in here, you'll know we've been here before we are so.
This song seemingly pays homage to the facade of L. Frank Baum's Emerald City through its catchy melody, captivating staging, and emerald glasses. On the surface, it's bright and fun, but underneath, it's the calm before everything changes.
In my wonderful sunshine.
The wizard will see you now!
Number 9, I'm Not That Girl. The song that you'll probably find on every Forlorn Musical Theater fan's playlist.
Hands touch, eyes meet, sudden silence, sudden heat.
Elphaba and Fiyero have grown close, and she's even developed feelings for him. Just one problem, he's with Galinda because they deserve each other.
Every so often we long to steal to the land of what might have been.
Yet for Elfie, the attraction goes far deeper than just being that picture-perfect couple. The way she almost scolds herself for falling for someone she thinks is out of her league is so relatable, and every lyric tugs at your heartstrings just that little bit harder.
Don't wish, don't start. Wishing only wounds the heart.
Then in Act 2, Glinda reprises the song, finally admitting to herself that Elfie's had Fiero's heart for the longest time, and questioning if she ever really had it at all.
But I'm not that girl.
Number 8, Dancing Through Life.
What's the most swankified place in town?
That would be the Ozdust Ballroom.
Sounds perfect! Let's go down to the Ozdust Ballroom.
Dancing Through Life was actually a late addition to the soundtrack. Originally, there was a song called Which Way's the Party during the tryout stage, and even that wasn't Schwartz's first attempt to fill that slot.
Dancing through life, down at the Ozdust, if only because dust is what we come to.
It took him a while to find the perfect sound for Fiyero, experimenting with styles like Frank Sinatra, Fred Astaire, Billy Joel, and Sting. If you're thinking, yeah, Fiyero does have a bit of a Sting vibe, then Schwartz definitely nailed it.
Dancing through life, mindless and careless. Make sure you're wearless, worry is rife. Woes are fleeting, woes are glancing.
As one of the longest numbers in the show, fitting all the narratives, staging, and choreography together took some serious effort. Suffice it to say, this song really is the life of the party.
And the strange thing, your life could end up changing while you're dancing through.
Number 7, What Is This Feeling?
Usually an exceedingly peculiar and altogether quite impossible to describe.
Blonde.
Schwartz once shared that this was the trickiest number to write. Perhaps that's what inspired him to write a song where the word loathing appears so often.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing for your face, your voice, your clothing. Let's just say I loathe it all.
We're just kidding, of course. It took him multiple approaches to find just the right feel to the music. Luckily, his collaborator Winnie Holtzman was like, hey, what about a hate at first sight song? And the rest is history. Interestingly, it almost sounded totally different, but the show's director Joe Mantello apparently wanted something more spirited for this moment. Amazingly, a song that Schwartz says took him 3 years to get just right was completed as we know it in roughly a day. Number 6, As Long As You're Mine. Remember how in I'm Not That Girl, Elphaba couldn't imagine Fiyero loving her? Well, now he's professed his love, and she still can't believe it.
I need help believing you're with me tonight.
Just like they've captured each other's hearts, this song grips ours. Its magic lies in the raw vulnerability and passion between the pair. They're lost in a moment where the world fades away and it's just them. The music intensifies the emotion in an almost hypnotic way, with a slow build to an explosive release. The lyrics are about letting go of fear and embracing love, even if it's fleeting. It's that mix of tenderness and urgency, conveying the beauty of a love that feels both fragile and fierce. Number 5, No Good Deed. No Good Deed blends musical theater with operatic drama, demanding serious vocal power and range. Ever wondered if the spell Elphaba chants at the start has an actual meaning? Well, apparently, it's just a combination of sounds that Schwartz thought fit the moment. Anyway, Elphaba's frustration and heartbreak hit hard as she realizes that no matter how much good she tries to do, she's always misunderstood and blamed. The intense lyrics and dramatic swings, from powerful belts to those almost ghostly soft moments, lay her turmoil bare. By the end, you can practically feel the moment she stops fighting and just accepts the wicked label society has slapped on her. It's raw, fierce, and a total emotional punch to the gut.
No good deed will I do.
Number 4, Popular.
And when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over. I know exactly what they need.
Schwartz has noted that the original Broadway cast significantly shaped the sound of some beloved songs.
And with an assist from me to be who you'll be, instead of dreary who you were, well, are. There's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular.
Popular is rooted in bubblegum pop, perfect for Galinda. Yet it also incorporates Kristen Chenoweth's impressive range and even gives a nod to her Oklahoma roots. Popular is, well, popular among fans because it's catchy and hilarious while unpacking Galinda's character in a playful way. It allows her to flaunt her bubbly, over-the-top personality with plenty of charm and a sprinkle of cluelessness, although she's got a great grasp on politics.
Celebrated heads of state or especially great communicators. Do they have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular. Please!
The clever lyrics, joyful melody, and Chenoweth's iconic delivery make it unforgettable. It offers pure comic relief while layering in Glinda's deeper character growth and budding friendship with Elphaba.
You'll be popular, just not quite as popular as me.
Number 3, The Wizard and I. This moment could have sounded very different if Schwartz had stuck with his original plan. He initially had a song called Making Good, which had a more of an I'll show 'em vibe. However, The Wizard and I truly captures Elphaba's hope for her future. Her I Want song, if you will.
My future is unlimited, and I just had a vision almost like a prophecy.
The melody is rich and intricate, weaving through musical phrases that reflect her shifting emotions. Its dramatic arc starts off subdued and then explodes into a climactic finish. As the intensity builds, you can feel her confidence growing, making our hearts pound.
The wizard
There's also a thrillifying reprise after Madame Morrible tells her she's arranged a meeting with the wizard, although it's not on the original Broadway cast album. Number 2, For Good. Schwartz called this song the beating heart of Wicked, and he's so right.
But I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
The beautiful melody and chill-inducing harmonies perfectly capture the bond between two best friends. During a conversation about the song, Holtzman inspired its title with a throwaway comment about how Elphaba and Glinda changed each other for good.
you'll be with me like a handprint on my heart.
The way they deliver the melody can really bring tears to your eyes, evoking nostalgia, bittersweetness, and hope. As the friends reflect on their relationship, listeners often feel a longing for their own connections, making it relatable and heartfelt. The poignant lyrics emphasize how friendships shape who we are. Schwartz even asked his daughter how she'd feel saying goodbye to a friend, which deeply influenced the song too.
I do believe I have been changed for the better.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Defying Gravity. We can't imagine the pressure of writing the perfect Act 1 finale, but this set the bar especially high. This powerful anthem captures Elphaba's fierce determination to break free from society's expectations. The melody soars and gives us chills every single time.
Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave.
It starts off reflective, but then builds to this explosive climax that perfectly captures Elphaba's transformation and decision to embrace who she really is. No wonder it resonates with so many fans.
Tell them I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity.
Oh, and did you know that Elphaba's iconic belt was actually Idina Menzel's idea? She figured she's already up there, why not hold on to that momentum? So, to all the future Elphabas out there feeling nervous about that big note, you know who to thank.
I'm the one you want. It's me.
Which song from Wicked is most popular on your playlist? Let us know in the comments.
So let's start, cause you've got an awfully long way to go.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.